Hey boys, welcome back to some more Rugby League Live 3 Tigers career, and we finally got a win under our belt. You know, we got the monkey off the back there, and you know, it's starting to get familiar with the game again. It's starting to feel natural, and you know, there's some cheesy things you can do in this game. So I'm feeling confident that we can come back in this season. If you look at the teams, Vadavai is back. Conrad Hurrell still at the club there. Lola here, Johnson, Ben Henry, Fatala Marin and Mannering. Geez, the Warriors had a killer team in 2015. I think, was this the first year Tuivasa-Sheck went to the club? And also like Luke? Or was that 2014? I think it was this year. And like, yeah, Isaac Luke, Roger, Tuivasa-Sheck. You know, these guys moved to the club, and you know, they were big. What's the word I'm looking for? Big expectations, I guess. Like they were, you know, pretty much like every year, but this was probably a different year because, I mean, their team was just internationals galore, and I mean, Roger going there. So yeah, unfortunately, I can't even remember. I don't think they had the best year. I didn't think they were terrible, but oh, I think Tuivasa-Sheck did his knee this year, if I'm remembering. I'm pretty sure the first year he signed with the Warriors, he did his ACL and like missed a good chunk of the season. But I know he did. I don't know if that was the first or the second year, but regardless, that sort of sort of screwed them over. He's right here, throwing the offload. You know, we just needed David Nofaluma to stick on his wing there. Could have been in with a shout, but not to be, is Kevin Aguama here, straight through, looking to go, but Roger comes up with a massive try saver right there. Surely scored, gets the pass, but Robbie Farah, no, is it Farah? Am I losing my mind? Yeah, it is Farah, is it? Jesus Christ, yeah, it is. I was actually going insane because obviously Farah has come back to the Tigers now, but he'd left, and then I was like, I've been playing with him for a few rounds. I just had a brain fart. I was like, where was Farad? Was he at the Tigers? But yeah, regardless, we're playing pretty well. We're attacking this left side for sure. It's probably our strongest side with Kevin Aguama is right here. Beautiful play. It's going to be David Nofaluma going for the corner, and that's going to be the first try of the game. A nice little flick ball there. That was beautiful. Maybe a touch forward. I don't know. It was touch and go, but that was really nice. That was a clean try, and you know, I do remember you could score some nice tries in this game. It's definitely not as flashy as beautiful stuff. Offloading galore here. We're looking pretty sharp, honestly, but it's definitely not as flashy. It's definitely not as clean and crisp as Live 4 in terms of tries you can score, but you can do some cool stuff in this game, and we're starting to get some things rolling. I was looking there at the tactic. I was seeing if there was anything other than just like field goal and stuff, but nah, it's pretty bare bones. As Kevin Aguama again gets it back to Farah. I was looking to link up with David Nofaluma there, but not to be. As a little offload again. Thankfully, we made the tackle. Conrad Hurrell, I do remember he is very quick in this game, so do not let him get away, as Manu Vadavai is just going to put the big don't argue into poor Tedesco there, and that is going to be a try to the Warriors just before the break, which is very annoying, but you know, they are a tough team. The Warriors, honestly, they're probably the hardest team in this game to verse, just because of the individual players, and that was sort of the thing with every league game, but especially this game, it was sort of, you know, if you had a really good player as Isaac Luke, it's just gonna steamroll a couple of would-be tacklers, and he's got some pace too. I'm not even gaining with Tedesco. Oh, gee whiz. That's what I'm talking about. Like, if in this game, like the really highly rated players, they just break tackles and they sidestep players very, very easily and cause some absolute troubles for us. So, yeah, the Warriors, they're a tough one. Is right here. Beautiful play. Gets it on to David Nofaluma. Stands up the fullback. And he goes in for the try, hopefully. Manu comes across late, but I think he gets there. We can't really see from the angle, but there we go, try. So that was a big try because the Warriors, they were gaining an enormous amount of momentum going into the break. Scored it was like 3 tries in the last like 5 minutes. That's Rugby League Live 3. It was definitely a game where you could score some points. So it's good to be able to do it. It's right here, a little offload, bit of a sloppy one, but it does land into Jordan Rankin. I was trying to jaw the fullback in. I kicked it probably a touch too early. It's still a booming kick downfield and a good kick chase. Roger does get out of the in goal, but still putting the pressure on from this moment. It's a good idea to do that sort of stuff. Oh no, we try to attack off the. We had a penalty tap. We had a penalty right there, and unfortunately, it was. We had the. That was another. Yeah, I do remember you could sort of attack the blind side a lot in this game, but it wasn't the best of passes. Thankfully, we defend our try line, so still the 12-10 score line. Plenty of time to go. In fact, we just need to be a little bit more careful. Honestly, probably look to kick a little bit more. I haven't been kicking this series at all. I've been like, right. There's beautiful play here. This is clinical Rugby League Live 3. Jordan Rankin down the sideline, cover coming across, and he just flicks it back to Tedesco. That is beautiful stuff, and that right there is what Rugby League Live 4 is sort of missing, is support play. Because right here, like in Rugby League Live 4, there would be defenders everywhere. Like, I feel like this game is probably a little bit over the top in terms of like the defense doesn't get back to help really, but in Live 4 they've gone the opposite direction where they're just like forwards, backs, wing, 5'8", they're all there. Like, you can't link up with support players at all. So, that was just nice stuff. The center onto the winger, and then unselfishly just passed it off to Tedesco. Probably didn't need to. We could have gone for the corner, but we made the conversion a heck of a lot easier. So that was actually a pretty big factor. As the kick goes up here, and I decided actually to bat it dead. That was, honestly, when the kick goes up like that from the AI, it was a pretty decent tactic back in the day to just bat it dead, because it's very difficult to defuse bombs in this game. The AI generally catch the ball every time, so yeah, it was smart plays. Tedesco, great shot there on Ben Madalino. Unfortunately, just the defense struggling to get back. And a pretty simple try to Tui Lola here there going over. So yeah, the misconversion by Johnson in the first half could prove costly. Is right here. It's going to be out to David Fusatua, palming off one. But it's last tackle, thankfully. We're looking a little scrappy at the end here. Beautiful kick on last play. It's gone up. It's hit the crossbar. And it's gone into the arms of Vete. Matty Bellin comes up with the 1-on-1 steal. That was a pinpoint accurate bomb. Hit the post and the crossbar. I think it sort of ricocheted. That was nerve-wracking. I thought they were going to score for all money right there. As last tackle, we spread it on the last. Beautiful ball back to Tim Simona. Tim Simona offloads it to Chris Lawrence. Lawrence looking to support with Jordan Rankin. He gets held up, but still, not a bad last tackle option. You could definitely cheese sort of running it on last play in this game, because the numbers, you would overlap them so easily. As we're going to look to just buckle down here and defend. They keep spreading out to the left, which is very dangerous. Solomoni Carter, David Fusatua, they're causing us all sort of havoc. But we're holding steady, we're holding fast here. Thankfully, as David Fusatua burns down the sideline. It's a big tackle here. I go for the diving tackle because, gee whiz, I thought they were going to score. But we get our second win on the trot. Hopefully, guys are enjoying the series. Make sure to like, and I'll see you in the next one.